Hey everybody, I'm David, and today we are going to be talking about Arrow Season 6, Episode 11, We Fall. This is the latest episode on Arrow, and one that focuses on Arrow's relationship, Oliver's relationship with William, and a little bit of Felicity in there too. And both of them dealing with parenthood, as Felicity says during one scene in the movie, Parenting 101. If you're a superhero, do not let your kid watch you killing bad guys. I thought that was a little funny scene. There were a couple of funny moments, especially there at the end. Yeah, I really thought this episode was really good. In the beginning, I was kind of worried because some of the extras in the beginning were when things were getting chaotic. The technology was like zapping people and throwing people across rooms and in elevators and stuff like that. The extras were kind of making it a little bit cringeworthy. But after that, I think the episode started to find its groove. I am really liking this new team dynamic with Mr. Terrific, Wild Dog, and Black Canary. I think the three of them are making a really nice team. I'm loving the team interaction with the three of them. We've gotten them interacting before, but now they're solo. Although I did find it funny that they did team up at the end, but they're like, we're still not a team though. But we know you guys can get away with it for this episode, but we can't constantly, I hope every episode doesn't have them, well, we're teaming up again because, well, now, yeah, we're here. I think this is going to somehow, eventually, one of the teams are going to find crucial information that the other one will need, and maybe even vice versa. And towards the end of the season, they are going to have to compromise and realize, you know what, maybe it's better we work together. I just hope they don't, each week, we have to see them team up at the end because, it leads them all down the right track. Because if it does, it's going to be tiresome, and we're going to be thinking to ourselves, come on, guys, clearly you should be working together because you all are on the same track right now. We'll see how it all plays out, but right now that's something I'm a little bit worried about. Right now, I'll let it go because this was the first episode where the other three were going solo, so I'll let it go for this episode. I actually liked the Williams stuff in this episode too because I thought that stuff was going to be annoying. At the beginning of the season, I get it why William didn't want Oliver going out. And it's funny, too, because the stuff that Felicity was telling William at the end to kind of get him to accept it, that his father is out there kicking ass, I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool if William was in the crossover at the wedding and, Barry said something very similar to him. I even said this in one of my reviews before the crossover event, that I thought that should have happened. But I like that Felicity is the one that told him you didn't need Barry. I thought it would be nice with Barry, considering that William was a fan of the Flash. I mean, he even had his Flash backpack in this episode. But I'm not angry that he didn't, and I actually thought it was well done that Felicity is the one to show William that how badass his father is, I guess, and that she feels the same way. And there was even that moment where, she even kind of hinted that she always worries about him not coming back because it's happened to someone else that she used to know before. And they showed that quick glimpse of the Laurel's Black Canary costume, which I thought was a nice little subtle nod to that event. Caden James, I, there's only so much I can say about Michael Emerson. I think he is great in this role, and that scene where he walks into the mayor's office, like, I have an appointment, and Oliver's like, well, we don't know that, but Oliver's his secretary, I guess, comes and tells him your 10 o'clock is here, and Oliver's like, I don't have a 10 o'clock. What are you talking about? Tell them to go, or whatever. And Caden James just comes walking in like he's the boss, and Oliver just like bows down to his command and okay, I'm hearing you out. Yeah, you know what? That just shows what kind of leash he has Oliver on right now, especially at the end there when they decided, we got to transfer the money to this guy or else he's gonna cause us a lot of problems. One weak aspect, I another weak aspect I thought, other than the extras in the beginning, was the bullies in the bus. I thought the bullies in the bus was pointless to this entire episode. It didn't even continue on with that storyline. It just like was just for that scene in the tunnel. While they were in the tunnel, the bullies were picking on William. And then they left, and that was the end for the bullies. And one of the bullies tried to redeem themselves, but I thought it felt rushed and unnecessary to the rest of the episode. That I was like, what was the point of the bullies? And why are there always two bullies in these TV shows and movies? There's always the Bulk and Skull. If you guys know Power Rangers, you know what I'm talking about. There's the Bulk and Skull for every like high school or elementary school TV show or movie, where they have to have the big kid and the skinny kid, and they're always picking on the main character, and it's like, this is the Bulk and Skull of this episode. I don't know. It's too cliche, I guess. The bully aspect of these type of shows, I guess, is becoming a little cliche. Yeah, that was an unnecessary subplot, I guess, that they had in this episode. I like the little speech that Mayor Oliver Queen gave to the city to give people a little bit of spirits and hope, because that's what people need. And after that speech and they went to commercial break, I was like, Mayor Oliver Queen should be president of the United States right now, or hey, since Stephen is Canadian, maybe he should be prime minister. Yeah, anytime Stephen. Yeah, so this episode was really good. I really enjoyed it a lot. Maybe even more so than last week's, which I also enjoyed. I think this was a really great, solid episode. So, and Vigilante. I knew I was going to forget something. Vigilante was, it looks like he is a hero after all. He was a double agent? I don't know. But yeah, it looks like Black Canary and Vigilante, or Dinah and Vigilante, are back together as lovers, and it looks like he's been on the good side all along, which, okay, I'll buy it, because I know Vigilante is a good guy in the comics, but his turn to the evil side, the bad guy's side, I guess I should say, seemed odd to me when I saw him paired up with the rest of the villains, because I'm like, wait a minute, he was against criminals before. Like, he's tough on criminals. That's why he does what he does. But okay, so I'll buy that he's a double agent, because yeah, I can. You know what? Fine. But then he shouldn't. I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to get into like thoughts on how the character should have thought. But I will say, fine. I'm cool with that. Let's move on. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's my full thoughts on the episode. As you can see, I'm a little conflicted about the Vigilante turnaround. I thought that was weird and okay at the same time. Like, I'm okay with it. Okay. I better move on, or else I'll linger on this too much. I'm ending this video here. I think that was my review As you can tell, I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait for next week. So I hope you guys comment below and leave your thoughts on this episode. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, especially if you are a huge fan of the DC TV shows. I will be doing my DC TV ranking, where every Saturday I rank all the DC TV shows that aired during the week. So this week will obviously be Flash, Supergirl, Black Lightning, and Arrow. So which one is going to be my favorite episode this week? We're going to find out. Tune in Saturday. And I guess until then, next time, take care.